Another back-breaking loss for the Charlotte Hornets as they fall to the New Orleans Pelicans, 116-112. Welcome back to the Six Hornet. Let's get right into it. Before we get started, you know what I got to do. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're on YouTube, like, and comment below with your thoughts. I really thought we were going to be able to cruise the victory. But we gave the New Orleans Pelicans their first win at the Smoothie King Center this season. Fans were heated, including myself in the fourth quarter. Charles Lee and this Hornets team, they have to take a real good look at themselves in the mirror and really break down why they had to be the first team to give this Zion-less Pelicans team their first win of the season. I'm going to start with the bad. Because there's bad to talk about. It's been burning in my head since last night. Look, you have a lead late in the fourth quarter. Play some conscious basketball. Slow it down. Make the right plays. We're not down 3 points. We're not down 2 points. We're not trailing. We're actually up 3 points. So why is Miles Bridges taking a 25-foot step-back three-pointer 4 seconds into our last possession, essentially, of the game? Miles Bridges, newsflash, you are not the main character. This is why, we talk about the good stretch of games he just had, and I was like, I'm not buying into it. We know he can score in bunches. We know he can. But this is exactly why Miles Bridges does not need to be on this team in the future. There was no reason to do that. So I don't know what happened there. Even if he would have made this shot, I would have said that was a bad shot. At least take a higher percentage shot if you want to play hero ball. But why is Charles Lee creating these isolation sets for the team's third best player up 3 points with 10 seconds to go? Something's not right. I think both are to blame. But just even Miles Bridges thinking that's okay to do. I don't understand. You can't close out games like that. You're not going to be a winning basketball team. So, again, whether you want to blame it fully on Charles Lee or Miles Bridges, that's up for debate. Let me know in the comments below if you're here what you think or who you think should be to blame. I think they both share some of it. I didn't even talk about the pair of turnovers he had in the fourth. I mean, just what the fuck, man? You have Jose Alvarado on you, bulldoze through him. Come on, Miles. I just think he relies on his three too much. I mean, the Hornets do in general, but Miles Bridges, he should not be leading this team in 3-point attempts on any given night. That should not be happening. You look at our last stretch of possessions. Turnover, missed shot, turnover, missed three, turnover, turnover. Worst shot of the year by Miles Bridges. End of game. And you think, if you would have done one thing right in those 6 or 7 possessions, just one, you win the game. You win the game narrowly, but you get the dub, and that's what matters in this league. The Hornets should have cruised to another victory, and they didn't. Strong start in the first half, but every time this team allows a great run by the opponent, everything just seems to break down. I thought Tre Mann had a decent game overall, but again, the ISO ball mentality has to go away. Charles Lee needs to do something about it, or he's got to go. I'm not, when the team got rid of James Borrego, there was debate on whether that was a good decision or not. I'm not there yet, but the needle is pushing to that department. Charles Lee, it just seems like every loss we're asking why Charles Lee did this, why Charles Lee did that. So, last year, first season, a lot of young players, lack of talent. This year, you got some rookies, you got some good players, you got Colin Sexton. We need to make things happen. You need to be able to win these games that are completely winnable. You got to be able to beat the bad teams. We have to start something. But Tre Mann made 2 back-breaking turnovers late in the fourth. Again, I thought he had a decent game, pretty good bounce-back game. 18 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. He he made a good steal, and then he got that bucket in the third. It's like things like that. Like Tre Mann makes some good plays, but again, like down the stretch, what are you gonna do? And we saw that. Like Tre Mann he shot 61% from the field. Like he was playing well, and then the fourth quarter happened. So like Charles Lee, like I just think you don't leave Liam McNeely in, who's probably been the only rookie hasn't shown much yet, which is fine. He's a rookie, but you don't leave him in that late in the fourth. Tre Mann probably shouldn't have been in there that late in the fourth. You want your best players in there. Like Concanipple should have been in there. Not like 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter, throw Concanipple in. Colin Sexton should have been in there. He was. Just not fast enough. Like, it shouldn't be that difficult to have your best players down the stretch to get the ball moving where you need it to be. This is why we need LaMelo back healthy. You need someone in that offense you can rely on, close out games, make the good decisions. I need somebody in there in those high leverage moments. Against the New Orleans Pelicans, that's crazy, right? Like, he's there for the clutch situations, but also the closing situation. You need somebody. You need somebody you can give the ball to take command of that offense. But enough about the bad. It is what it is. Game's over now, and now you got one more game this week against Miami Heat for the NBA Cup, first game of that, which you remember what the Miami Heat did to us a few games ago. So hoping it's not the same thing there, but I don't know. This team is frustrating to watch at sometimes. The good part, I would say Kalkbrenner and Knipple. Ryan Kalkbrenner, he's insane, man. In 30 minutes, double-double, 10 points, 11 rebounds, 6 offensive boards, 2 assists, 1 steal, and 4 fucking blocks. I like 100% from the field, 100% from the charity stripe. Kalkbrenner is second in the NBA in total blocks on the season with 19. He's only behind Victor Wembanyama, and nobody's beating him out for that. So I don't want to hear any Kalkbrenner slander. 3 straight games with 4 blocks, just stuffing dunks at the rim, exactly what the doctor ordered. This is what the Charlotte Hornets needed. A viable rim protector, gives that defensive presence in the paint. We got him, and hopefully he only gets better from here. Concanipple, 20 points, 12 boards, 2 assists, 12 boards. He hit 3 of 10 of his three-pointers. Again, this is the guy that should be leading in three-pointer attempts, especially if LaMelo or Brandon Miller are not on the floor. Not Miles Bridges, but double-double for Con tonight. He was scrapping for boards. Love the effort. I love when like a lot of boards are just effort. Like, I'm gonna get in there. I'm gonna grab this board and I'm gonna get it for my. But he wasn't just doing that on just uncontested boards. I mean, he was in there, really trying to grab him. He was hitting shots inside the arc. He's not just a perimeter guy. Can't wait to see how he develops over the course of the season. Colin Sexton, 17 points, 5 assists. Decent night from Colin Sexton. I thought when he was on the court, like the offense kind of flowed better. He plays a little fierce defense when he came. Pat Connaughton got double-digit minutes. We saw KJ Simpson made some decent shots, but again, like this experimentation with the lineups is getting insane. I mean, at one point, I think you saw like Connaughton, it was Diabate, Sexton, Ely, maybe some Tre Mann on the fly. It's just weird combinations. And again, we say this every episode, or I do. I keep saying we. I say this every episode. Like Charles Lee is still experimenting. Got some of his better players out. It's early on in the season. I get it. But man, there's times where it's like, okay, you should know like this isn't working. So got to make the adjustments. You just can't lose to the New Orleans Pelicans. I don't care if it's a road game. You can't lose this game. You're starting to lose a lot of the hope that this team can maybe push for a playoff spot, but Again, we're not healthy, so the injury bug's still going around. We're in purgatory right now. Not sure what's gonna happen, but again, got the Miami Heat. Hopefully get LaMelo Ball back. Need him out there. Already gave the Brandon Miller update. So, hey, that's all I got. Let me, if you're still with me, thank you, and let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. That's going to be it for this episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning into the Six Hornet Podcast. I am Eric Smith, your host. We are live on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Take care, everybody.